Peace around everyone, and welcome to your new moon, reading for Scorpio. I am going to be doing a Scorpio season, but right now these energies are just so aligned that I said, let me do the new moon first, and then I will head on over to the Scorpio season. Happy Scorpio season to all the Scorpios out there. How are y'all doing? What's going on with you guys? You know what I'm saying? Happy flight day. Happy solar return, right? Happy born day. Happy birthday. Happy everything, okay? You got the whole season, okay? Get you in the power. You got the power, all right? And boy, y'all coming in okay? So right now we got the new moon, which basically means the sun and the moon are together, okay? They're like, hey. The other one's like, hey. And like, how you doing? Like, good. How you doing? Like, fine. You know what I mean? What's around type of deal. And they're both in Scorpio, okay? And this is 2 degrees, both of them. Okay? And not only that, they are visited by Venus. Venus is also conjuncted and like, hey, what's going on over here? What y'all valuing over here? What y'all be appreciating over here? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? What you doing to get that appreciation, that love? And then Scorpio moon and Scorpio sun over here, like we are both in alignment. So right now we talking about what we need to get rid of. Okay, that's what they saying. And meanwhile, Venus is like, okay, I feel you on that, because I know when I be trying to do stuff, you know, I gotta get rid of things that and protect what, you know, what I appreciate, what I love. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, Scorpio. I get it. And we just came out of Libra season, which is a Venus sign. And right now, since the sun is still 2 degrees Scorpio, we are still feeling the Libra energy. So shout out to all the Libras out there, especially if you're born during this week and a little bit of last week. Then you are a cuspy baby. That means you are dealing with your Libra side and you are a Scorpio, okay? So look that up in your natal chart and you will see it. So anyway, so I'm going to be using the gold lyre, right? You know I had to break out the gold lyre, okay? Still some Libra energy in there. So I was like, oh, let me break her out right now. Let me get these Venus Libra cards out right now, the golden lyre card. I do have these on my Etsy site, so the link is below if you like these cards, because you know how you watching tarot card readers, you be like, ooh, where'd she get that from? And you be all in the chat and whatnot trying to figure out where the cards come from. So it's real easy, okay? You just click it and it's right there, and they're beautiful cards because they got the metallic gold on it and stuff. So anyway, let's get back to the story. So that's what's coming on. And then, you know, the neighborings are like Mercury, okay? Shout out to my Mercury people out there, which is hanging out in Libra, which is feeding a lot of that communication, trying to balance the communication, what to say, what not to say. And now we're in Scorpio season, and Libra, and Mercury moves pretty fast. So he will be showing up real soon with everybody. Like, hey y'all, what's going on over here? I heard Venus was over here. Hey Venus, what's going on? What's up, Scorp sun? What's up, Scorp moon? You know what I'm saying? And well, by that time, the moon will be in Sagittarius, but still, you know, Mercury be like, you know, they buddy with Jupiter and whatnot. So of course Mercury loud, so Mercury gonna be all between the houses talking. But anyway, because that's what Mercury do. So Mercury being in too. So, but we're in Scorpio season right now. And it's just a new moon. And if you are thinking about what you should say you say it now? Should you say it later or whatever? You know, just let it go for a moment. You know, I would let it go. Maybe, what's today? Yeah, so I would let it probably by like Sunday You know, it might be a good time. Saturday, Sunday might be by then you'll probably have an answer, or whether it's a good time to say something, you know, where more than you will know that, or just keep it to yourself because you need to work on some things. And, you know, maybe it's a attitude thing you got to work on, a mental thing you got to work on, emotional thing. But whatever it is you got to work on before you express that, go ahead and do that. It's okay to be quiet. Scorpionic energy is a very, people think they're mysterious, but no, they just stay down until it's time to come up, you know, and if you don't bother it, it's not going to bother you type thing. And it knows how to handle its emotions. Technically, I know y'all like, I know some Scorpios, I don't know, but yeah, but it's there for them to get if they're willing to improve on it. Like, they can be emotional regulators, you know, they're able to balance, you know, the emotions out and everything, and what makes sense and what not makes sense, you know. And just because they appear to be brave don't mean that they're not checking their emotions and checking other people's emotions. No, because they're water signs, so they deal, you know, with emotions. You know, if you ever been in love with a Scorpio, you know, okay, because they love deep. That means if you piss them off, they're gonna be pissed off deeply too. But the whole idea here is to stay down until you're ready to come up. You know, Scorpios, you know, that energy is very secretive. And we have to know it in Scorpio too. So it might be some past things that is coming up right now and maybe been lingering for a moment for you. And you just now, with this energy of bravery, you want to express it. You know, you want to express those dark things out. Hence Scorpio season. And I already told you, Venus is there and Mercury is ready to help you say it. You know what I'm saying? So, so with no problem. But at this point, you probably like, well, you know, maybe you value that friendship or that relationship or that job or whatever situation or circumstances that we're talking about here, and you don't want to, you know, burn any bridges or F it up in any kind of way. So you're like, should I not? Yeah, hold it. Just, I don't even know, hold it. Just kind of let it go, because it is the new moon, so you want to be new and be light about things. So just put it on, you know, put it on the shelf, or what they say, or put it on the back burner or something, and just, or in the freezer, depending on how hot or cold. So if you're hot, you may need to put it in the freezer to cool it down. If it's too cold, you may need to, you know, warm it up a little bit, loosen it up, right? So you can be working that out over the past next 5 days or something like that, you know, 4 to 5 days. And then by that time, you should be stable enough and well aware of the situation to know how to do it. And this is without thinking. This is just you going about your day like, whatever, because it's bothering you. Just let it sit for a minute. You know, take it off your back, sit it down, walk away from it, do other things, you know, and then just based on what you're doing on a daily basis without thinking about it or feeling about it, you'll get the answer. It'll be like, oh, okay. Yep, this is the, yep. But wait, because the new moon is here and it is, you know, conjunct to the sun. So just hold up a little, because Scorpio energy is nothing to be played with, okay? You can get burned, stung, put to death, all that kind of stuff. And speaking of put to death, let's talk about what these cards are for. I'm always talking about the alignments and things, but that's important, right? So that's actually more important than the cards. The cards just add, you know, color, flavor, an image, you know, it's easy to get across when you see a picture, when you're dealing with, you know, humans and stuff like that. You think, right, and it carries its own energy too, so it can, you know, be like a little, you know, sprinkles and stuff. Everything's already set, but it just adds a little, you know, type of thing to it. So anyway, so here's the reading. The reading is about dead dad to birth this. So dead dad to birth this. Hold on, I'm just going to, okay, a card just popped out before I started, so I just want to get a pre of what's going on. Okay, so just oh gosh, I should have just let y'all see it. God dang it. Hold on a second. Y'all know I'm Mercurial. I'll be moving fast sometimes, and then it'd be like, nope, stop right there. But anyway, so I don't waste time, because I don't want to cut this video into a part 2. But soon, hopefully soon, I can go live. I haven't even looked up what the number of people that got subscribed or whatever to get it. But when I do, that's when I'll start going live, because then, you know, nothing won't get cut off. All right, so this card came out, and when you do like any kind of energy work or whatever, you really have to acknowledge things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to skip this because Mercury, I had to see. You know what I'm saying? I had to see. So this is just a pre-card that came out. I wanted to show to all of y'all, no matter what zodiac sign, is the strength card, the number 8. And how ironic, because Scorpio is in the 8th house, or came out of the 8th house. Okay, so strength. So whatever comes out with what you need to dead in order to birth, you know what I mean? Just keep in the back of your mind that the bottom underlying layer is half strength. Half strength, and within time, you will see, you know, how far you have come. You will see your strength, but just know now to have strength. Know that you have strength. Gain some strength, some courage. Even if you don't, tell yourself every day. Put that in your affirmations and your mantras that you are strength. You know what I mean? You can do this. You can continue what's about to happen when you have to dead something. Okay? So this reading might get a little tough for some people, because with that strength card, you might have to, you know, not be so emotional. Not emotional, but don't be so bit up about what I'm gonna say about your card, you know, what you have to dead, you know, because when you have to kill something, sometimes killing things could be like, you know, emotional. Think about people who have to put their pets to sleep and stuff like that, but they had to do a Libra thing, right? They had to balance, okay, the benefits, okay, and, you know, the non-benefits, you know, is this more helpful or this is more harmful? And they have to think about everybody, not only the pet, but themselves, the family, if they don't have relatives in the house. The neighbors might be in love with their animal. Well, you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So that's just the bottom line of that. So we're gonna start with Scorpios first, because everybody's in Scorpio right now. You know, it's like a party in the Scorpio. There's a party in the 8th house right now. So it must be a lot of strength going on with the moon being there, the sun being there, the North Node being there, and Venus being there, and Mercury is about to slide up in there as well. So dead that to birth this. All right, have a wonderful day and night during what's around Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Jupiters. This is your new moon reading for the Scorpio new moon in Scorpio season. How y'all doing out there? All right, so this reading is about dead that to birth this. So during this time, during this new moon energy, and actually I would give it the whole Scorpio season, the whole fall season. You know what I'm saying? I'll just give it all the whole fall season if you need to work on it a little bit harder, okay? So here's your thing. You're going to have to dead the blaming in order to birth accountability here, okay? And you're going to have to take a look, detailed look, you know, about yourself and how you are seen and felt around others, okay? So with this devil card, the devil energy exists within you, within everybody, right? Just like a cartoon, you'll have like the devil on one side, and then you'll have the angel on the other side, right? So the negativity that you repress, everybody does repression, but this is specifically you. The negativity that you repress will manifest within your physical reality and increase your anxiety. You are your own worst enemy. Putting a name on an external entity is a projection that creates a scapegoat. If you aren't capable of accepting the decisions you've made, there must be someone else to blame. It's essential to accept you, who you are, and the things that you've done forgivingly. Forgive yourself. Transcend. Be that phoenix rising, okay? Transcend the feeling of being powerless. Get out your root chakra, okay? And the root chakra to the point where it's on the side of woe is me, you're your worst enemy, you have a lot of negative thoughts, You know what I'm saying? A lot of dark thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're limiting yourself. You feel like you can't do anything. You know, you letting addictions and things like that get to you and hold on to you. Whether an addiction don't have to be a drug and alcohol. Addiction can be the person. Addiction can be watching too much television. You know what I'm saying? Addiction can be anything, shopping, whatever. So transcend the feeling of being powerless and use this root chakra energy and rise, rise it up. And if you don't know, the Phoenix rising is related to Scorpio, and we are in Scorpio season, and this is the new moon. So this is time to do the whole dead the blaming game, so that you can birth accountability. And when you birth accountability, you will see your world change. When you start to look at you and fix the problems within you and yourself, and it starts with your thoughts, okay? You're all dark thoughts and stuff like that and all that. Start doing some shadow work, like literally do some I do pull out shadow card readings. So just, if you haven't hit the notification, I think you can hit notification when I'm subscribing, but I really don't care. But if you want to keep up on one, because I don't do them often, but when I do them, you can see it pop up. But yeah, so definitely look into some shadow work. There's a lot of people that are starting to talk about it. Now more so than ever, I would probably look into somebody who's been talking about shadow work before 4 years ago. So so you can kind of filter to see when the video posted for at least 4 years old or older, nothing 4 years or less. So you can get some good stuff by that. And start working on yourself. Start carving in some time to do that for yourself. Have a wonderful day and night. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Jupiter during this Scorpio new moon during Scorpio season.